Morning, Sammer. How's it going?
Morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Did you have a good holiday?
I did. It was too short, but it was good.
They fly, don't they? Did you go to work on Friday or did you take the day off?
No, I took the day off. Friday, I stayed home.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are. We're back at it, waiting for Christmas, to count down to Christmas.
I know. Hey, how old are your kids now?
The oldest is 16 and the youngest is 7.
Oh my gosh, so this is going to be a fun Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, I just made you co-host.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
help. morning.
Morning, Patricia. How are you?
Good. So it looks like I was wrong when I called you earlier. My email says the hearing's at 10.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Are you, which case?
This is for Sienna Boys.
Yeah, that's today. Yep,
That's today
yep.
at 10, right?
Let me just double check.
Sorry, I had it in my calendar for 8, which was very weird. I thought maybe I meant to put 8:30.
It's at 10:30.
Oh, 10:30. Perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, I will see you guys soon.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
It actually says 10:30. Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah.
Good morning, Marianne.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Good, good. We're gonna get Miss Harris a new date. I need to pull the video and take a look at that when she comes back in. I thought I moved her in here.
I can try and pop her out.
No?
Yep, no, oh, yeah, I'm trying to pop her out.
Yeah, I don't know if she's not wanting to. All right, let me go see if I can grab her.
Okay.
Why am I having, there we are. Good morning, Mr. Mena.
Morning, Your Honor. Well, I don't know what happened to her now.
Oh, she left.
Yeah, I think she left.
Oh,
Well, I told her
we're
to,
talking about Nadia Harris?
yes, Your Honor, you're 8 o'clock.
Okay. Did you tell her what the new date would be?
No, I did not, Your Honor, because I didn't know what the new date would be.
Hmm.
I was just trying to get her out of the breakout room, and I wonder if she just hit left meeting instead of leave room.
I know that people who are not accustomed to it don't differentiate between the two buttons. But in any event, these are 23WM 01742 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Nadia Harris. Mr. Mena, you were saying, oh, she had a failure to appear before. Mr. Mena, you were starting to say regarding your conversation with Ms. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Harris. I need to pull the video on this case to look at it. We were going to adjourn it to allow me to pull and review the video.
She waived MIDC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
This might be her.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Your name, please?
Sir Vincent Harris.
This is not who you were talking about, is it, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor, this was Nadia
Thank
Harris.
you. Mr. Harris, sit tight for just a moment. Mr. Mena, the notation I'll make in the files that the defendant left before the case was called and is adjourned for you to review the video. That new date will be
December 7th at 8:50.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now we'll send notice to Ms. Harris. If she rejoins this morning, we'll give her the new date.
Thank you. I'm going to go to my meeting room, meet with the next person.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Landstott.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hope you had a great holiday.
I did, thank you. How about you?
It was wonderful. I got to see family. I ate too much, but trying to get back in the swing.
I see that your client is joining us right now. Did you need to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor, briefly.
We'll get you into Mr. Mena's waiting room.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Good morning, Your Honor. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I sure did. What about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in Florida or did the Florida people come up?
Florida people came up,
Oh, that's wonderful.
and one of the Florida persons is the cook.
Oh, you can't beat that with a stick, can't you?
And Your Honor, I'm looking at you from a new computer that is like a real computer. Actually sits on a table.
I was gonna say your background looks different than usual. Wow.
It's more vast.
So they got you set up and ready for Monday morning court. Hmm.
It was a family intervention that I had to get a computer.
I love it.
Hey,
But
Jeff,
see, that means that they can video call you. I'm sorry, Marianne.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What were you saying, Marianne?
I was just gonna ask Jeff if he needed to speak with Jim. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were done.
No, interrupt for court stuff always.
I could speak with Mr. Mena. Thank you, Miss Grandma Zelinas.
Music to my ears. Thank you.
Ms.
It
Eubank,
is the
as soon as the prosecutor comes out, I'll get your case called, ma'am.
I'm waiting for court call.
This is 23WM01953. This is Wayne County Airport versus Amber Eubank. May I have your appearance, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport.
Ma'am, state your name for me, please.
Amber Eubank.
Ms. Eubank, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
You had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor for the airport, Mr. Mena? That's a
Yes.
question, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, at this point, we'd be willing to amend this to a double parking with a $400 fine. The item that was seized, which was a knife, would be destroyed and not returned to Ms. Eubank.
Ms. Eubank, you were able to hear Mr. Mena just now?
Yes.
It's your understanding and agreement that you'll plead responsible to the added count of double parking and the misdemeanor checkpoint violation would be dismissed.
Yes.
Ma'am, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking, dismiss the misdemeanor, assess a fine of $400, make the notation that the knife that was seized will be destroyed. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $400?
No.
5 days to pay, and then this matter will be deemed closed. Is there anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Eubank?
No.
Ma'am, you may pay online or you may mail it to the court. Other than that, you have a wonderful day and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is 23WM01755OM Wayne County Airport versus Halsted. May I have your appearances, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport.
And good morning, Your Honor. Todd Lantot appearing on behalf of Miles Halstead.
Mr. Halsted, state your name for me, please, sir.
Miles Halstead.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial. Mr. Lanstead, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I have worked out a plea agreement with the prosecutor whereby the prosecutor would offer if Mr. Halstead pleads to be charged offense, it would be taken under 771.1 with a period of 3 months probation, Your Honor. And Mr. Halstead would like to avail himself of that offer.
That is
Thank
correct.
you. Mr. Halsted, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with your attorney. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, is it your understanding that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to this morning to the sole count of the checkpoint violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. And Mr. Halsted, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on September 30th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you violated the checkpoint by taking a loaded firearm through TSA?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Landstott?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Halsted, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation. As indicated by your attorney, this plea is taken pursuant to 771.1, which means sentence will be delayed for a period of 3 months. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay costs of $900, the matter will be administratively reviewed and dismissed at the conclusion of that 3-month period. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $900?
No, Your Honor.
5 days to pay. Is there anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Landstott?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Halsted, good luck to you, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Your
very
Honor. Good-
welcome. Have a good day. This is 23WM018240M Wayne County Airport versus Bikoku. You can unmute yourself, sir, and state your name. If I got it wrong, my apologies.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
State your name for me, sir.
Preparing Bechoko.
Mr. Torres was here.
Yes.
He appears to just have stepped away for a moment. When he comes back, I'll recall the matter.
Okay.
Mr. Bowdish, were you expecting Mr. Weir?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't see anyone in the breakout rooms by that name. Is Mr. Jadala still waiting for you? It appears, Mr. Mena.
He does. I was waiting to finish this, but I'll join him right now.
Thank you. This is 23WM020500OM Wayne County Airport versus James Sinish. This case has been dismissed.
Hi, Judge. Sorry,
I called, that's okay.
I got called
No,
in.
listen, I assume that you have other things pending. I called the case. If you would put your appearance on for me, please.
I'm ready, yes. Peter Torres here on behalf of Mr. Baku.
This was 23WM01824OM. Your client already stated his name for the record. You had the chance to speak to Mr. Mena this morning.
Yes, Your Honor,
Any resolution of this matter?
there is.
And that
It's-
would be?
It's a plea to disorderly person under 771.1, 3-month non-reporting probation, paid fines and costs.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you after that. You said paid what, sir?
Pay fines and costs.
Oh, okay. Mr. Baku, would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you had the opportunity to speak to your attorney this morning and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this morning it's your understanding you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to being a disorderly person.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on October 9, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you were a disorderly person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Torres?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to being a disorderly person. As indicated by your attorney, this plea is taken pursuant to MCL 771.1. It will be delayed for a period of 3 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay costs of $200. The file will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $200, sir?
No, Your Honor.
5 days to pay, 90 days, no criminal offenses, the case is dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Torres?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Have a good day. You're free to go, sir. Mr. Sims, take your cap off, sir.
Sorry, ma'am.
No worries. This is 23WM01974M Wayne County Airport versus Sir Vincent Harris. Your appearances, please.
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Vidal, 62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, please say your name.
Sir Vincent Harris.
Thank you. Today's the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stay mute. For purposes of pretrial at this time, Mr. Harris will be pleading to the rules and regulations violation under 3 months under 771.1.
Mr. Harris, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, it's your understanding that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to the violation of the rules and regulations of the airport.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 30th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport in the city of Romulus, you violated the rules and regulations of the airport by failing to report a found article?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, the court will accept your plea of guilty as charged to the violation of the rules and regulations of the airport. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, this sentence will be delayed for a period of 3 months pursuant to MCL 771.1. The court will impose costs in this matter of $200. Sir, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay the costs assessed by the court, the case will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $200?
No.
5 days to pay, 90 days with no new criminal offenses, the case will be dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Harris, you may pay that online, in person, or you may mail it to the court. Other than that, sir, you're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. This is 23WM019820M Wayne County Airport versus Maurice Sims. May I have your appearances, please?
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Mercadal, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims, please say your name for the record.
Maurice Sims.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. Today is a day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, for purposes
Mr.
of
Jadala,
arraignment,
how are we proceeding?
for
Sorry.
purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. For purposes of pretrial, Your Honor, my client will be pleading guilty under 771.1 for 3 months. The weapon was a firearm, Judge.
Thank you. That was my question. Mr. Sims, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, ma'am.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Your Honor, I think
Jadala,
that-
Mr. Mena, the issue was that this was written in the court system as defrauding an innkeeper, but the citation does say dangerous weapon, the checkpoint violation.
That is correct, Your Honor. That was the
Okay.
source of the confusion of what we were dealing with as well. So it was going to be a 771 for 3 months for him.
When I reviewed the files, I saw it, I made a big red star that this was, we need to fix it in our system. But Mr. Sims, it's, again, your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the checkpoint violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sims, is it true that on November the 1st, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you committed a checkpoint violation by bringing a firearm to security?
Yes, I did. Yes, Your Honor, I did. But
You can explain later, Mr. Sims. It's just a yes or no question for now.
yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Sims, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, the sentence is being deferred for a period of 3 months pursuant to MCL 771.1. Sir, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan over the next 90 days and pay costs of $900 to the court, the case will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. What was it that you were trying to say, sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. What I was just trying to say, it was just a straight a circumstance that didn't ever happen. It was just an honest mistake that I did because on my way going to work, you know, I have to go through certain neighborhoods to go to work. And like I say, prior to that, I was 3 guys I got approached to at my car when I was putting air in my tire, and what it was. I grabbed my CPL just for protection. And then after everything was all said and done, I just jumped in my car and just pulled off. And as me rushing to get to work, I forgot I had it in my bag, which I always keep it in my glove box all the time. And me rushing to get to work, I forgot I had it in my bag. And when I got to the checkpoint, it was always a one-way in and one-way out. So I would have to go through checkpoint anyway, just to go out. So if I caught myself, but it wasn't no for me to wait to turn around to go back out because I'm already locked in, so that was the situation that happened. It was an honest mistake. I mean, I filed a appeal with the DTW badge, and I got that interview this Wednesday coming up just to let them know that it was an honest mistake. I lost my job, everything. I'm going through a little struggle right now with everything that's going on. Like I say, it was a very honest mistake. If you look at my record, at my jobs, I have no priors, no violations, no anything. It was just an honest mistake because for the situation that happened as me coming to work, it just had me in a paranoid state and I was just rushing to get to work. But I really do apologize for that. It was an honest mistake. That's not my character at all, or anything like that. And, basically that's all I have to say. But like I say, I filed the appeal with the DTW. I have that interview this Wednesday at least to try to get my badge back so I could get some type of work. They fired me from my job the next day, and it's hurting me right now. I'm steady trying to find work. I've been there like almost 3-4 years now. So, I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to do my best. And the fines of $900, I'm really going to need to go on a payment plan. I really need time to take care of that matter because I'm going through a financial situation right now as we speak.
Mr. Sampson, I was going to say to you that at the conclusion of this hearing, which will be in just a moment, we'll move you into a breakout room with Maria. She's a member of the court staff. She'll help put a payment plan in place for you. And at the conclusion of the 90 days, again, so long as you've paid the cost assessed by the court and have no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan, you may contact the airport police department to have your firearm returned. Other than that, I wish you good luck with your hearing on Wednesday.
I thank you very much, Your Honor, and I appreciate your time and have a good holiday.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Follow the breakout to go speak with Maria.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Elder, did you need to speak to Mr. Minna or did you already speak to him?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, I'd like to speak to him, please.
Thank you. We'll get you into his breakout room.
Thank you.
Do I need to join the breakout room, Your Honor?
You should see the invitation to go in with Maria.
Okay.
What I need to do is get downstairs to give Avery a hard time about the Michigan-Ohio game. I have on a red shirt today just for him. Oh, make sure in that top file, that's the one where it's written wrong. Yeah. And I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, we have to fix that. Thank you, ma'am. How are you this morning, Ms. Meyer?
About as good as I can be.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My team was playing Saturday too, but we're not as good as Michigan or Ohio State.
What's your team?
Purdue. That's where I went to school. So go Big Ten. You're an Ohio State fan?
No. I'm not either fan. We have a member of our staff is Ohio State, and I went to Michigan, but I'm not one of the people who watched the game. I just give them a hard time.
That's the fun of it.
Was it Purdue and Auburn?
No. Our in-state rival is Indiana, and we're both
Indiana
fairly bad this year. So at least we won. So that was good. Now I live in Michigan, so I kind of pull more for Michigan State sometimes, but basketball is what I'm concerned with, not really football.
Oh, no, I don't watch college sports at all. I knew that they were playing, and I know that when I go downstairs, I can give this gentleman in our office a hard time. Tongue firmly in cheek, but it's the fake rivalry, that's all.
Yeah, especially with all those activities surrounding Michigan right now. There were heightened feelings and stakes, I think.
Well, we had the more important game locally was our high school team. The Belleville Tigers were played last night. They were chasing a three-peat. They were unsuccessful last night, but I think that locally, collectively, we were all cheering for them, not paying attention to the college sports for paying attention to the high school game.
Nice. I'm a referee for high school and all the levels of basketball locally. So yeah, high school sports are a lot of fun.
I have great respect for you because I know that some of these parents and some of these spectators at these games, I've seen it as low as when the little kids play, people get a little bit overly excited.
Definitely. The kids are usually great. And even the coaches, you know, they're excited for the game, but they know to be respectful. But a lot of the parents, you know, they always have their own opinions. So that can be challenging, but yeah.
How'd you wind up being a referee?
I always played growing up, and then I reffed a little bit for little kids in high school, and then I got into reffing intramurals in college, and it's just always been a passion of mine. I love basketball and, you know, interacting with the kids and seeing them, you know, excel. And so I just recently got back into it. But I really enjoy it. I think there's been several incidents where, you know, refs were endangered, kind of, you know, people were waiting for them outside. But fortunately I haven't had any experiences like that, and I'm just it comes with the job. So yeah, but it's pretty fun and it's rewarding. You know, the kids are great. So
I know. I love watching the little kids play. I mean, 5 to maybe 10 or so, because they're so excited and they're still learning. And
yeah, that one's kind of like herding cats, and it's a different style. You have to talk with them because they don't know what they're doing wrong, as opposed to high school. They should know the rules and abide by them. But little kids, you're saying, you got to dribble. They're just running.
Running
but
with
yeah,
the
it's a lot of
ball.
fun.
I've watched those games more than a few times.
Yeah, and they can't hit the rim or anything. It's, you know, they're just out there to have fun. So that's enjoyable to watch.
Mr. Motigil,
Yes,
am I pronouncing that correctly?
Motigel is close.
Motigil. Have you spoken with the prosecutor?
Yes, I have.
Okay, we were just chatting because I was waiting for the attorneys to come back out, but as soon as they come back out, you'll be the second case I call. I see that you're downstairs in our Zoom room, so sit
Yes.
tight. As soon as Mr. Mena pops out, we'll get going again.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Marianne, is it safe to assume that no more 8 o'clocks are showing up?
Yeah, I think that's a good bet.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get cleaned up out here before 10:30. This is 23WM019510T. This is Wayne County Airport versus Kamaya Cosley. This case was scheduled at 8 a.m. for a show cause arraignment pretrial is now 9:09 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear for a second time in this case, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. These are 23WM01948 A, B, and C. These are all Wayne County Airport versus Takara Malone. These cases were scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8:30 a.m. It's now 9:10 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear for a second time in these matters. No, that's not correct. Defendant having failed to appear for the arraignment pretrial as scheduled. The A file will be set for show cause, the misdemeanor file. The B and C files will be deemed in default as they are civil infractions. Mr. Bowditch? Have you reached out to Mr. Weir?
No, Your Honor, I don't have his number.
I'll send you a chat of what we have.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
Hope I know how to use that.
Mary Ann,
Yes, ma'am.
I think that woman in the clerk's waiting room is in the wrong place. The only case I see in her name is a civil case that's scheduled on the 19th.
Okay, I'll jump in there.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This is 23WM01747OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Stephanie Meyer. May I have your appearances, please?
James Bennett for the airport, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. DeRay Elder, on behalf of Ms. Meyer, my PIN number is 57728. Waive the reading information, stand mute, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, would you state your name for me, please?
Stephanie Meyer.
Thank you. Mr. Elder, I was chatting with your client while you were gone. We were chatting about high school and college sports. Just
Not a problem, Judge.
thank you. Today was stand mute to the charges. You've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena. Mr. Elder, is there a resolution of this matter?
Judge, not at this time.
Your Honor,
How we
we're
proceed.
asking the court to adjourn this. There's several moving parts in this one that I need to review with this that involve all parties and other entities involved. So I got to go through all this and see if we can come to a resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Mena. The court will set your bond, ma'am, at 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court until this case is resolved in its entirety. We will adjourn the pretrial to.
Jim, is the 7th too soon, or do you need the 21st?
Doreen, can you do the 21st? If not, I can make the 7 work.
Of the January?
December.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's fine. Is it via Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's fine.
If we could do the 21st, that would be better. That'll give me time to talk to everybody.
At 8:50.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Marianne, I stepped right on you.
No, at 8:50.
8:50 on December the 21st. Is there anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Elder?
No, Judge, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Meyer, I'll see you back on Zoom on that date. You have a wonderful afternoon.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. These are 23WM01981 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Jeffrey Madagel.
For the airport, James Mena, Your Honor.
State your name for me, sir.
Devontae Austin.
No, sir.
Mr.
Jeffrey?
Mongo, can you state your name, please?
Jeffrey Motigill.
Motigill. Sir, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
You've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena, the prosecutor, this morning?
Yes, I did.
Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I've tendered an offer to Mr. Motigill. If he pleads guilty to the amended charge of allowing a licensed driver, we would dismiss the driving while license not valid and the defrauding innkeeper charge.
And sir, is that how you wish to proceed this morning?
Yes, it would be.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that there will not be a trial of any kind in this matter?
Yes, I do.
You understand that you will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
You haven't been promising any way, you haven't been threatening in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, I haven't.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 31st, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, I did.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and will dismiss the original charge of driving while license not valid and defrauding the innkeeper. Is there anything you want to say before fines and costs are imposed in this matter?
No.
And sir, the court will impose the following: a fine of $200, there's cost of $100, there's $75 mandatory crime victim fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That's $445. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
I can pay it today.
If you're going to pay before you leave the building, sir, give us maybe 10 or 15 minutes. My secretary will update the court file to indicate the resolution of today's cases.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, if you would, that concludes the case. If
Okay.
you would step out that door on your left and just wait in the lobby, as soon as it's updated in the system, the clerks will call you up and you can make your payment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Mary Ann, could I go into a breakout room with Mr. Mena on Mr. Weir?
Give us 1 second with Mr. Austin and then Mr. Mena will be in. This is 23WM019890M, Wayne County Airport versus Devontae Austin. Your appearances?
James Bennett for the airport, Your Honor.
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadal, appearing on behalf of Mr. Austin. Mr. Austin, please say your name for the record.
Devontae Austin.
Turn your video on, please, sir. Mr. Jadala, today's the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding?
For purposes of today's arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. At this time, Mr. Austin will be pleading to the checkpoint violation 771.1 for 3 months.
It's not letting me, it's not giving me an option. It's like it's stuck on this screen. Like I'm like really trying to press, start my video. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Austin, were you able to hear Mr. Jadala just now?
Oh, correct.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Correct.
And after having that conversation, sir, is your intention this morning to plead guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation?
Correct.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Correct.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Correct.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Correct.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Correct.
Sir, is it true that on November 1st, 2023, at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you committed a checkpoint violation by taking a dangerous weapon through security?
Correct. I mean, yes.
Mr. Austin, what was the weapon?
It was my
firearm.
It was a firearm, Mr. Jadal, I'm sorry.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied.
Thank you. Mr. Austin, the court will accept your plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, this plea is taken pursuant to MCL 771.1, which means it will be delayed for a period of 3 months. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in that 3-month time and pay the court cost of $900, the case will be administratively reviewed for dismissal, and you'll be able to contact the airport police for return of the firearm. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay the $900?
Yes.
Before you leave, Mr. Austin, you'll see an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria. She is a member of the court's collection staff that will set a payment plan in this case. Is there anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Austin, please go into that breakout room, set your payment plan. Other than that, sir, you're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any luck, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor. With Mr. Weir, it's going to be a dismissal.
It's going to be a straight dismissal?
Straight dismissal, Your Honor. It was defrauding an innkeeper. The amount has been paid. Mr. Mena and I just reviewed the receipt. I told Mr. Weir he didn't have to appear.
We were adjourning it for payment, and if he's paid it, then we will dismiss it. This is 23WM017170M, Wayne County Airport versus Weir. The case is hereby dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
I believe that's all I have, Your Honor.
Let me double check. That appears to be all, sir. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Always a pleasure.
All right. Here we go. Let me know if you have any problems.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Your name, please, ma'am?
Jamie Elliott.
Thank you, Ms. Elliott. Did you want to speak to the court-appointed attorney this morning?
Yes, please.
We'll get you moved into a breakout room to talk to Mr. Jadala. Give us just a moment.
Thank you.
Mr. Austin, did you need something else? Mr. Jadala, you're ready with Miss Elliott?
I am, Judge.
These are 19-205-450T, 19A001510BOT. These are Wayne County Airport versus Elliott. Mr. Jadala, Miss Elliott also has warrants and 3 civil infractions. They are 19A001199OI, 19A00151080I, 16R568466OI. The first 2 are Wayne County Airport, and the third one is from City of Romulus. Again, they're all civil infractions. The warrants are for non-payment. Your appearance, please, sir.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Elliott.
Ms. Elliott, state your name for me, please, ma'am.
Jamie Elliott.
Thank you. I heard you, Mr. Minna. Thank you. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding in these matters?
Your Honor, at this time, Mrs. Elliott will be pleading to one count of no operator's license on person. The other matter, the 19A001510B is being dismissed.
Thank you. Ms. Elliott, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
I do.
And after having that conversation, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person, and that the original charge of driving while license suspended and no proof of passenger insurance in a limo would be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on May the 9th, 2019 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you were operating a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Minna?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor. And Your Honor, briefly, I just want to let the court know that Miss Elliott's been incarcerated since August 23rd, and she doesn't have a date to be released until February 11th of 24.
Thank you. Ms. Elliott, the court, as administrative matter, will recall the warrants that were outstanding in this file, accept your plea of guilty to the amended count of no operator's license on your person. The case that ends in 1510B has been dismissed and will be closed. In the 2045 case, the court will give you credit for 30 days, waive the remaining fines and costs. And close the file.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The other matters, the civil infraction matters, are already in default. Ms. Elliott, the court will recall those warrants. I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala indicated you don't have an out date.
No, it is February 11th of 24.
I'm sorry, February 11th. I'll recall the warrants, ma'am, and then upon your release, the matters will be outstanding for you to make arrangements for payment. Saw this. It's $1,263 in total. That you'll need to contact the court. To make payments. Or if you're financially unable to do so, you have conversation with the court's probation department and we can make arrangements to convert some of the fines and costs to community service, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Minna?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Elliott. That concludes these matters. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Good morning.
That's on Bazzi, Mr. Maroos on Bazzi, Your Honor. Your Honor.
The pre-hearing. This
Yes.
is 23WM01866, Wayne County Airport versus Bazzi. May I have your appearances, please?
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
OJ Mayorway 276460 on behalf of the defendant. Thank you, Your Honor.
Today was the day and time set for the pre-hearing in this matter. Do we have a resolution of this matter, Mr. Mena?
We do, Your Honor. Upon acceptance of a responsible plea to double parking and payment of a $250 fine, that stop sign would be dismissed.
I do have authority to accept such responsibility on such offer, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court will accept your plea of responsible on behalf of your client to the added count of double parking, dismiss the disobeying a traffic sign. Will assess fines of $250. Does your client need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No, Your Honor.
5 days to pay. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
These are 23WM 01965 A and B, Wayne County Airport versus Ashley Walker. Your appearances, please.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, please say your name.
Ashley Walker.
Thank you. Today's day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand mute. For purposes of pretrial, Your Honor, the registration plate violation is being reduced to a double parking with a $400 fine. The no proof of insurance is being dismissed.
Mr. Walker, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning,
Yeah.
and it's your understanding and agreement that your tender and plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and all other matters would be dismissed.
Yeah.
And that's how you wish to proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
The court accepts your plea of responsible to the double parking and dismisses the misdemeanor registration or plate violation along with the no proof of insurance. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, the court will impose fines in this matter of $400. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
Yes, please.
Mr. Walker, before you leave this session, you'll be moved into a breakout room and you'll meet with Maria, a member of the court's collection staff. She'll set a payment plan in this matter. Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Walker, please go into that room with Maria. She'll set you on the payment plan for the $400. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, mister.
You're welcome. This is 23WM019600OM, Wayne County Airport versus Christian Johnson. This case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:40. It is now 9:42. By this court's clock, there is no one in this court session by that name. Based on the defendant's failure to appear as directed by this court, the matter will be set for show cause.
He's got to talk to his client, Your Honor.
You said he needs to talk to his client?
He's on the phone with him, I think, right now.
Who is his client?
Rico Serrano.
Oh, he's on. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set to go on the record.
This is 23WM019910M, Wayne County Airport versus Joshua Rico Serrano. Your appearances, please.
James Bennett for the airport, Your Honor.
Mutu Verapin on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
State your name for me, please.
Joshua Rico
Joshua.
Serrano.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we've tendered an offer of a plea to the civil infraction of double parking with a $400 fine. Upon acceptance of that, the original charge of a checkpoint violation would be dismissed and the item that was seized, which is a taser, would be destroyed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Rico Serrano, you had the opportunity to speak to your attorney this morning regarding charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes,
And after having that conversation, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of responsible this morning to the added count of double parking and the original misdemeanor or the checkpoint violation will be dismissed?
yes,
And that's how you wish to proceed?
yes,
The court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking, will dismiss the original charge of the checkpoint violation. The taser that was seized will be destroyed. As indicated, the fine in this matter will be $400. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
yes.
Before you leave this session, sir, you'll see an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria. She is a member of the court's collection staff. Is there anything else right now, Mr. Mena, in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Verapin?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Mr. Rico Serrano, you'll see that invitation to go speak to Maria about the $400 payment plan. Go in there with her. Other than that, you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. Are you kidding me? These are 23WM01948, A, B, and C. These are Wayne County Airport versus Malone. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richardala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Malone. Ms. Malone, please say your name for the record.
Yes, my name is Takara Malone.
Thank you, Ms. Malone. These cases were scheduled at 8:30. The court called them at 9:10. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. At this time, Your Honor, the driving while license suspended matter is being reduced to a no operator's license on person. The registration plate violation is being dismissed. The no insurance violation is being reduced to a double parking with a $300 fine.
Thank you. Ms. Malone, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss your case this morning with Mr. Jadala, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person and responsible to the added count of double parking, and all other cases, all other charges will be dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible?
No, Your Honor.
You're pleading guilty and responsible because you are in fact guilty and responsible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it true that on October the 26th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Is it also true, thank you, that on October 26, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you were operating a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court will accept your pleas as indicated and will dismiss the registration or plate violation, accept a plea of responsible to double parking in the C file and oppose fine of $300. And on the no operator's license, will impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. That's $345. The total fines and costs this morning will be $645. Are you able to pay that within 5 days, or do you need to speak to someone in collections for a payment plan?
Is it possible, may I speak with somebody in collections for a payment plan?
Absolutely. That concludes the case this morning with me. The next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into a breakout room with Maria. She is a member of the court's collection staff. She'll set that payment plan with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Give me just 1 second. Is Mr. Schuman present?
I'm his attorney, Your Honor. He's waiting until I have an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor.
Oh, let's get you moved into a breakout room with.
Awesome.
We'll send you to Mr. Menace. We'll call, I'm sorry, Marianne.
I sent him an invitation.
Oh.
Okay. What ended up
If
happening
you go
is
into
that,
Mr. Menace's breakout room, he'll be there in just one moment. I have one other case that I need to call.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is 23WM02049OM, Wayne County Airport versus Benjamin Cooper. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Maxwell Dubin, P number 6012 on behalf of Mr. Cooper, who appears via Zoom.
State your name for me, please.
Benjamin Cooper, ma'am, or Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Dubin, how are we proceeding?
As far as the arraignment goes, we'll stay on mute, waive formal reading, Your Honor.
And as for the pretrial?
Your Honor, we're going to ask the court to push this over till December 7th to allow Mr. Cooper to pay the parking fee. And if he does that, we'll dismiss the charge.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. In the interim, Mr. Cooper, will set your bond at 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money. What you do need to do is either pay that amount to the innkeeper or return for the pretrial date.
Your Honor, if I might,
that
if
date
he
will
pay,
be-
I'm sorry, if he pays it, do you still want us to show up on that December 7th date, or do you just take it off the docket?
I don't take it off the docket. You get proof of payment from Mr. Cooper. You relay it to Mr. Mena.
Just making sure. Sorry, just don't want to miss
Just
anything.
email,
No,
you can
you're
just email
fine.
me, Mr. Dubin. If you just email it to me, we'll take care of it from there.
Perfect. Thank you.
December 7th at
9:30.
December 7th at 9:30, back here in number 1, back on Zoom, unless Mr. Dubin, you relay that information by email to Mr. Mena. If you do that, Mr. Mena will let us know. I'll call the case and dismiss it on the 7th. You don't need to appear though.
That works. Thank you so much, Your Honor. And thank you, Mr.
Anything
Mena.
else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Dubin?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. You have a good day. I hope not to see you on the 7th.
You as well, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. It's scheduled. I have it on our docket at 10:30.
Oh, okay. I will let my client know. We have it for 10, but I will let her know. We'll jump back on.
Okay, great. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? She's come. Do you want me to pull her on right now? She's here. She just showed up.
Sure.
Okay, there you go. Ma'am, your case is at 10:30 and your attorney is here and she knows that also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Hijazi, is your client with you or are they joining separately?
They are joining separately right now, hopefully. I just told them to. I just had to explain the offer to him. Appreciate your patience.
These are 23WM01994 A, B, and C, Wayne County Airport versus Ali Schulman. May I have your appearances, please?
James Meadow for the airport, Your Honor.
Rami Hijazi, P82830 on behalf of Mr. Schuman, Your Honor. Ali, can you
Turn
state your
your
name
video
for the
on
jury?
and state your name for the record, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Ali Schulman.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Hijazi, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the prosecutor was kind enough to offer a dismissal on the misdemeanor charge and the no insurance, and then the amended charge of disobey traffic control device to a double parking violation with a $300 fine, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, the failure to display was
Dismissed.
dismissed. Okay. Mr. Schuman, you have the opportunity to speak to your attorney and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of responsible to double parking and that all other charges pending in these matters will be dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's how you wish to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of responsible to double parking in the B file, which had been disobeying a traffic control signal.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will impose a fine of $300 in that matter. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount, sir?
No, Your Honor.
5 days to pay. You may pay it online or you may pay it in person. Is there anything else, Mr. Mena, in these matters?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Hijazi?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
That concludes these matters. Mr. Schuman, you're free to go. You have a wonderful day, sir.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
morning.
Good morning.
Judge, you're muted.
I'm sorry.
No, ma'am, I was speaking. It was to somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened, Mary Ann. Thank you. There's 23WM019710M, Wayne County Airport versus Safari Thomas. The case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9 a.m. It's now 10:26 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. This is 23WM019770M, Wayne County Airport versus Terrence Gardner. Case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:10. It's now 10:27 by the court's clock. You're being known by that name in this court session or any of the breakouts. Defendant having failed to appear, the matter will be set for show cause. This is 2010620M, Wayne County Airport versus Derek Mitchell.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richardella, P62186, appearing on behalf of Derek Mitchell. Your Honor, I believe the name is De'Ara Mitchell, as she is going through her transgender transformation, Your Honor.
Thank you. De'Ara Mitchell,
Yes, ma'am.
please turn your video on and state your name for the record.
Okay.
Ms. Mitchell,
Derek Mitchell.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, appearing on behalf of Ms. Mitchell at this time, we waive formal reading and stay mute. There will be pleading to one count of disorderly person under 771.1 for 3 months, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Mitchell, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, it's your understanding that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to being a disorderly person.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promise anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Is it true that on April the 17th, 2020, at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you were a disorderly person, being that you were disruptive after being warned several times to stop being disruptive?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Mitchell, the court will accept your plea of guilty as charged to being a disorderly person. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, this plea is taken pursuant to MCL 771.1, which means the sentence will be delayed for a period of 3 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan during that 3-month period of time and pay the court cost of $250. The case will be administratively reviewed for the dismissal at the end of that 90-day period. Okay?
Okay.
Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $250?
Yes, I do. If possible, try a payment plan right now. I'm homeless. I'm using my sister's address to get mail sent so I could get my court dates because I haven't been able to get anything because of the situation I'm going through. And I've been in and out the hospital for the last 12 months. So
understood, and I appreciate the circumstance. You'll see an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria. She's a member of this court staff. She will help you figure out a payment plan going forward. You have some other outstanding unrelated matters with this court. You have something scheduled for hearing on the December 6th. You have a balance due for registration or plate violation. Maria will make sure that we have correct information to be in contact and communication with you, okay?
okay.
Good luck to you. You have a wonderful afternoon, okay?
Thank you, and you as well.
Thank you. This is 23WM020530M Wayne County Airport versus Camaro. May I have your appearance, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, appearing on behalf of Mr. Kamara. Mr. Kamara, please say your name for the record.
Jiva Kamara.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. Your Honor, after speaking with the city attorney in this matter for the airport, he agrees to dismiss the matter. All fines and costs have been paid to the airport.
Thank you. This matter is hereby dismissed. Is there anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Camara, that concludes this matter. You're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Mr. Jadala, oh. Is he standing in for Miss Medina, Marianne? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's why I put her in there to see what.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.
Ms. Thurman and Ms. Mandernock, did you have the opportunity to speak?
Yes, we did, Judge.
Yes, Judge. You ready for the matter to be called?
Yes, Judge. I am, but I think my client I'm not sure if she just got.
She's in the clerk's
off,
waiting room.
Or
she's in the clerk's waiting
just
room because she's
missing off
not named
my
the right way,
screen.
but she's back.
She was here. I don't know what happened.
Hello. Ms. Thurman.
Okay, hold on.
Nope.
Your
You guys
screen
are
froze
freezing.
there for a moment. They moved Ms. Boyce in part because she wasn't fully named.
Okay.
And our clerks move people in so they can verify their name and their contact information. But that being the case, this is 230611 SM, State of Michigan versus Sienna Boyce. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
And good morning, Your Honor. Regina Thurman, P85701, appearing on behalf of Ms. Boyce.
Thank you. This case is scheduled for a jury trial on Monday, December the 4th. The court did receive from the defendant a motion to dismiss the case, and rather than have it heard the morning when we have jurors waiting, the court asked for the matter to be scheduled earlier. The court has reviewed the motion. Ms. Mandernack, the court is not in receipt of a response from you. Did you file a written response, or was there some other understanding you reached with Ms. Thurman?
Your Honor, I did not file a response in this case. And the reason is I was planning on leaving this to the court's discretion. I spoke with Ms. Thurman. In this case, the parties have already had a jury trial for a very similar instance where defendant was found not guilty. We anticipate that much of the evidence is that presented by defendant includes evidence of prior acts of domestic violence of complaining witness against defendant. We anticipate that much of the evidence presented at this trial will be very similar to the evidence presented at the previous jury trial, so I am leaving this within the court's discretion.
Ms. Thurman, it's your motion. If you want to proceed with your motion.
Yes, Your Honor. So at this point, defense is asking for this court to dismiss the proceeding. Based on, what I put in the brief, this is clearly retaliatory actions based on Mr. Smith. And I know this MCL 600.2591, it speaks strictly to civil claims. However, a criminal defendant should also have the privilege of being protected from frivolous suits. And that statute states that upon motion of any party, if a court finds that a civil action or defense to a civil action was frivolous, that the court conducts a civil action shall award the prevailing party costs and fees incurred by that party. And here I'm just asking that the proceeding be dismissed. Frivolous in this sense of the statute means that the party's primary purpose in initiating the action or asserting the defense was to harass, embarrass, or injure the prevailing party. And as I stated in my motion, this proceeding did not even occur until after Ms. Boyce took action to protect herself from Mr. Smith. So this is clearly him harassing, retaliating against her further. And I'm just asking that this court dismiss this case.
Any response on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor. I would just add that another piece of anticipated evidence that the people anticipate will be presented by defense at trial is a prior act that occurred, I believe it was in Oakland County, where complaining witness potentially the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office declined to charge anything, but it's my understanding that the complaining witness in this case, essentially, he was the defendant in that case, and complaining witness essentially was accused of assaulting defendant and possibly unlawfully imprisoning her in his motor vehicle. And
I just want to, sorry.
I'm sorry?
I think you're just a little unclear. You're using the complaining witness, but she's the defendant in this case.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes.
So it's just a little confusing. Sorry.
Thank you. So in the Oakland County case, Mr. Smith, who is the complaining witness in this case, was the potential defendant, and he was not charged in that case, but defense counsel presented me with a police report indicating a fact pattern where Mr. Smith allegedly assaulted Ms. Boyce and potentially unlawfully imprisoned her in his car. This information was not known to me when I signed this warrant, but I anticipate that this information would be part of the information that would come out at trial.
Was there anything else, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Thurman?
Nothing further from the defense.
Thank you. The court did have the opportunity to review the motion that was filed by Ms. Thurman. And Ms. Thurman, these are more making sure that we have a clear record than anything else. In your motion at paragraph 4, it indicates there was a final preliminary examination in this matter. It was not. It was a final pretrial. And further indicates that at paragraph 6, the plaintiff, Lavelle Smith, that's inaccurate. The plaintiff is the actual state of Michigan. Mr. Smith is the complaining witness. Those are just technical clarifications more so than anything else. But the court will grant the motion to dismiss at this time. That dismissal is without prejudice. The court will cancel the jury trial that is currently scheduled for Monday, December the 4th. Was there anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Ms. Boyce, good luck to you. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Mr. Jadala, are you standing in for Ms. Medina?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
I
you.
don't believe
These are-
she knows of today's court date, so I'll just take care of the matter for her, Judge.
I appreciate that, sir. These are 23WM0875 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Gabrielle Gonzalez. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez, please say your name for the record.
Hi, Gabrielle Gonzalez.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrials in these matters. Show cause arraignment and pretrials. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we ask the show cause be set aside for purposes of arraignment. We'd waive formal reading and stand mute for purposes of pretrial, Your Honor. The failure to obey a police officer is being dismissed. Mrs. Gonzalez will be pleading to 1 count of disorderly person under 771.1 for 4 months, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Gonzalez, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You've had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Jadala this morning, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, ma'am, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to being a disorderly person.
Yes.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, I understand.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Okay.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on May 30th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you were a disorderly person, being that you did disrupt, impede, or harass the orderly flow of other passengers at the airport?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court will accept your plea of guilty to being a disorderly person and dismiss the failure to obey police officer. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, this plea is being taken pursuant to MCL 771.1, which means it will be delayed for a period of 4 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan during these next 4 months and you pay costs of $300 to the court. The case will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300?
Yes, I do.
Then, Ms. Gonzalez, the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into a breakout room with Maria. She is a member of the court staff. She will set a payment plan with you in this matter. Other than that, no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan for 4 months. And after you talk to Maria, you're free to go, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're so very welcome. Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Jadala.
Absolutely, Judge.
And Mr. Jadala, our last case is a formal hearing at 11. I'm looking at our breakouts. We don't have any other persons appearing this morning unless there's something else you need from this court.
I am good, Judge. Thank you. Good seeing you. Have a nice day.
You too. I love the sunflowers.
Thank you. My
Take
wife's
care.
touch, Judge.
I've never noticed those before.
That's my wife's touch. She likes to mess with my home office. You guys have a good day.
You too. This is 23WM019900OM, Wayne County Airport versus Anthony Kerr. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:20. It is now 10:44 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, this matter will be set for show cause. This is 23WM02024B, A and B. Wayne County Airport versus Joshua Allen Robinson. These matters were scheduled for pre-hearing and arraignment pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It's now 10:45 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. The A file, which is the misdemeanor, will be set for show cause, and the B file, civil infraction, will be deemed in default. This is 2WM013840M, Wayne County Airport versus Rihanna Walker. This case was scheduled this morning at 9:30 for arraignment pretrial. It is now 10:46 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear for a second time. This case is in warrant status and will stay that way. This is 23WM02055OM, Wayne County Airport versus Laurent Lavergne, Lavergne. This case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:40. It's now 10:47 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, there being no unidentified persons in this court session. This matter will be set for show cause. This is 23WM02061OM, Wayne County Airport versus Lucas Bennett. This case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:50. It's now 10:48 by this court's clock. There being no persons waiting to be seen in this court's Zoom session. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. Two 3WM02056OM, Wayne County Airport versus Trinice Ford. This case was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:50 a.m. It's now 10:48 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, there being no unidentified persons in this court session. Matter will be set for show cause. Marianne, that's it until 11 a.m. with the formal hearing. I'm going to drop these off to Maria not Maria. Mackenzie, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lopez.
Morning.
You'll see an invitation to go into the breakout room to meet with the prosecutor. Mr. Mena, after you've had a chance to speak to him, you'll come out, I'll get the case called, okay? This is 23WM01668, Wayne County Airport versus Lopez. May I have your appearances, please?
James Went up here on behalf of the airport, Your Honor.
And your name for the record, sir?
Andres Lopez.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the formal hearing in this matter. The parties have had the opportunity to speak. Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding this morning?
Yeah, Sharon, I believe we have this resolved. Mr. Lopez is going to plead responsible to the amended charge of double parking. I believe he's already posted a $220 bond. We would just apply that to his cost and call it a day.
Is that your understanding and agreement, Mr. Lopez?
Correct.
The court will enter a plea of responsible to double parking, apply the bond of $220 that was posted back on October 23rd, 2023, and thereafter close this matter out. Is there anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Lopez?
No.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. You're free to go, Mr. Lopez. You have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. And Mr. Mena, the court has already done the failures to appear. There's nothing else outstanding in this matter this morning.
This matter this morning, same thing, right?
Getting back into the groove after 5 days off, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. I admit, Judge, it was rough getting up this morning to come in. So I appreciate, we got it through pretty smooth. So.
Thank you, Mr. Mena. You have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you when I see you.
Yes, we'll see you, Your Honor.
Take care.
All righty, bye-bye.
Okay, Marianne, that's it for us.